Hello there friends, this is Dota News. We're here to create the best Dota News channel ever. Here's what we cover in today's episode. Yatoro and Mira don't care about rules on Twitch. Valve is stealing Aegis from champions. Dyrachyo tells about finals against Team Spirit. Dota Online is decreasing and much more. Without further ado, let's get straight to it. We shall begin with Entity's carry Watson. He decided to join the challenge to play 35 matches in 24 hours. During the whole time of the challenge, the player was streaming and managed to play only 28 games, with a statistics of 14 wins and 14 losses. Watson himself says that the biggest problem was the long search time, which takes around 10 minutes to find a game in his rating, and that's basically why he didn't complete the challenge. In any case, we wish Watson good luck. By the way, speaking about the long search time for games, this might be one of the reasons for the decline of online in our favorite game. This was also discussed by NS, one of the most popular Eastern European streamers. According to him, there's no online decline, there's always like stable 750 or 800,000 players in peak per month. Evidently, Valve is happy with everything if they do nothing, but they would change something if they weren't happy, so I guess it's all fine and okay. Speaking about the Eastern European dudes, the International ended on October 29th, and finally Anton Dyrachyo told about his feelings after the defeat by Gaimin Gladiators, but only on his own stream. Here's what GG's carry said. How did I feel during TI? Well, see, I was taken out 3-0, I was sick, I felt bad, but I wasn't upset because I realized that Team Spirit are good, they won on skill and deserved it. Champions. Well, I was a little bit offended, but not to the point of tears really. And then I gathered my team, players and a coach, and decided to talk to them, to say a few words about the past year, and I almost cried a little bit. Well, honestly, that's a little emotional and dramatic. Anyways, it's a pity for Anton, who all the year together with his team has been showing great results, but couldn't win the main tournament. What do you think, guys? Can Dyrachyo and Gaimin Gladiators continue performing at the highest level the next year, or they will just fall apart? Write your thoughts in the comments below. Next, let's move on to China. On his personal stream, FY decided to get nostalgic about how he played on carry, especially on Morphling. I can say that my performance on Morphling is not that bad. I won my first Dota championship with it, beating one of the best teams at the time. Back then, the commentator was constantly criticizing me for not getting Daedalus on Morphling like Burning always did. In that meta, all the players were building Ethereal Blade, and I was doing well with it. Oh my god, I've been struck with flashbacks, because you know, when playing a support and against a Morphling with Ethereal Blade, you just get shotgunned in an instance, and that was really bad, and I suffered a lot. Guys, do you remember that meta? Was it worse than the current, or was it better? Write your thoughts in the comments below. Next, the position 5 player from Team Aster, CMSC, decided to explain why people pick Jakiro in official games so frequently now. It's basically because of Ame, who picked Jakiro on streams many times. You see, at Shanghai Masters, Aster played 5 maps and took Jakiro on 3 of them, interestingly winning 2 of them, and the third was lost in the finals against Invictus Gaming. Next comes my favorite part about this news episode. Let's talk about how 2 talents and Dota personalities trying to do Valve's job instead of Valve. Namely, SUNSfan and Jenkins are going to release an auto-battler based on Ability Arena, a mod for Dota 2, but with a lower threshold of entry, as players will not need to know Dota. Their game will have Gandhi, President Lincoln, Cleopatra, and other historical persons. Jenkins and SUNSfan have already launched a fundraiser on Kickstarter. They have already managed to collect $20,000 out of $25,000 needed. I remind you that basically Valve pushed Ability Arena to closure. Guys, do you like this game as much as me? I personally spent a lot of hours in Ability Arena, and I think that Jenkins and SUNSfan can do good, so why not support them? Write your thoughts in the comments below. And well, another episode, another Gorgc mention. He's again speaking about Dota Esports going to an end. Let's listen.
Today, 38 minutes ago, today we announced a departure from NA Dota. We can't thank the team enough with their time with us. They've evolved as players throughout the year, and we certainly think they will find a success in their careers. Look forward to news about our next steps in Dota. Oh. Okay. Well, that's kind of big. Thanks for releasing. Bash Corp will be acquiring this roster. I'm not sure if that's real, but TSDAM shutting down operations. TSM slowly dying. I think esports is slowly dying a little bit right now. It's a little bit on a downswing right now, esports overall, I think. A lot of like streamers getting dropped from contracts that I know of, at least. A lot of teams getting dropped too. A little bit going down, you know? That's okay though.
But Gorg, you know what? The statistics tell a different story. Dota is in the top 10 games in terms of viewers on Twitch for November, and even though it didn't rank first for obvious reasons, almost 40 million viewers isn't insignificant. Next, Team Falcons support Crit shared two things. First, if he remembers his first match on the Dota 2 scene, and if he gets nervous before games. This clip was made during the 25th Pinnacle anniversary show and posted on Twitter.
This was on Monkey Business before we became OG. I think that was my first big like LAN. We played Frankfurt Major. I don't remember the heroes really. I remember some parts of the tournament, but it's been so long, and it was very, yeah, I mean, I remember we played some best of one against Fnatic, and we had like some, I don't remember if we had Meepo or Alchemist, we had some mega cheesy strat against them, and we had to like win, and then we won the best of one, and we got a lot of momentum from that, and then we kind of just cruised through the rest of the tournament. And I think ever since then, like, that was a good start for me as a professional player, because I was under that pressure from the first tournament and kind of made it past it and won the tournament. So I think that was like a good sign for me, or like a way to show myself that I can do it even if it's hard. Like if you overcome the first like nerves, like you can make it all the way. So that was like the first time. And I remember my first interview on stage. I think that was the most nervous I've been in terms of Dota, when I was standing on the stage and I have to speak English in front of a lot of people. You know, I was like 18 or 19 years old. So back then that was definitely the biggest nerves I've had, I think. Probably in my life, I think, when I was standing on the stage and I had to do an interview. So yeah, but it's been a while. I don't think I really get nervous like that anymore. I get a little bit more like tense in the way that like I communicate to my team probably, and just like the way my emotions will be a little bit unstable and stuff like this. But I wouldn't really say it's nerves anymore, where you're like shaking and all these things. I think I've gone past that point.
Next, some edgy stuff. Yatoro and Mira don't care about Twitch rules. Here's what Yatoro said on his stream. I can rage buyback if I have 4 autistic players in my team who are untalented. I don't mean if they are bad players, I mean if they don't care about the game. I should be ashamed? Maybe you want to say that I can't say the F word on Twitch. Note, he basically said the F word. I don't give a frick. Misha is a F word. Frick. Doesn't matter. Shame me. Yeah, I'll be banned. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yatoro, please don't use these words. They're bad and people find them offensive for a reason, you know? Also, unexpected news came from North America. TSM announced that they're closing their Dota 2 department, and not just like disbanding the team, they're really closing it to the end. Today we announce our departure from NA Dota. We can't thank our team enough for their time with us. They have evolved as players all throughout the year, and we're certain they will find continued success in their careers. Look forward to news about our next steps in Dota. Wait, so they basically say they're departing from Dota, but then they tell us to look forward to news? I don't get it. Anyways, let's just press F to pay respect. And by the way, the players just stay together. They are playing as Team Undying, as they were before TSM. By the way, speaking of disbands, surprising news came from Boom Esports, who announced that they're disbanding the Peruvian roster. According to various sources like insights or reports, only Pakaj will remain in the lineup. I remind you that this Boom Esports roster didn't qualify for ESL Kuala Lumpur. Some even say that they will sign Vavitas Sagazes, who just qualified for ESL Kuala Lumpur, and they will kick the current carry and add Pakaj. But only time will tell. Let's see. Now, let's get back to Team Falcons. Their mid laner Malrine commented on the defeat against the Dudley boys in the playoffs. He said that this was due to the fact that the match started too late and the players were very tired. According to Malrine, he didn't eat for 6 hours, and at the 3 AM he was forced to play a pub. Malrine also compared Team Falcons to BB. Here's what he said. These guys just didn't watch the qualifiers for ESL 1 Kuala Lumpur. We were the quals messing around for an hour a game. It's just the level of the teams here that is different. I'm not saying they're low skills, I'm saying you can't expect any actions from the teams because they're pretty random. We understand it all, we move normally, we don't run out after the laning stage, it's just some plays didn't go the way they should have. Well, I don't really get it. First he says that they're not low skills, and then he says that they basically are low skills because they're like random and not organized. Okay, guys, what do you think about this? Is he right or wrong? Write your thoughts in the comments below. Well, friends, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave your feedback in the comments below, because it's really important for me to improve by listening to you guys. Also, hit that subscribe button to follow the best Dota 2 news channel. I am not saying goodbye for a long time. See you soon.